Hello everyone. Welcome to the new session of CBSE 10. Today I'll be starting with the first poem in your syllabus, that is Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. Robert Frost is a well-known American poet and a popular one in school because children learn him quite early. I'm sure many of you have read the famous poem Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening. In that poem, you get a different picture of snow altogether, where the poet is wonderstruck by the beauty of the snowfall, and yet he is called back by the sense of duty and carries on with his journey. Here again, in this poem, Robert Frost mentions snow in a different way, dust of snow. So what we can infer from here is Frost is really fond of snow. Now, this poem apparently has a very short length, 8 lines poem, 2 stanzas, and written in a very simple run-on lines, and yet it is an impactful poem. You really need to read between the lines. I'll do a pleasure reading of the poem first. Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. The way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. How beautiful the words have been selected. What expression. And you just see how rhythmically they have been paced. This is actually a poem which gives you a psychological mood lift. Okay, that is upliftment of a depressed mood, a mood of frustration. Sometimes we are in off mood. So maybe Frost was also in a similar condition. For reasons unknown, he might have been quite sad and full of remorse while he was standing under a hemlock tree. And a crow just, instantly came there and sat on the tree, and as it sat upon the tree, the snow that was covered on the hemlock tree showers on him. And at once there is a change of mood. And the poet feels blessed that this showering of the snow on him has really saved the rest of the day, which otherwise he would have held in regret, which otherwise he would have spent in sadness, in remorse. So this sudden arrival of the crow sitting on the snow-filled hemlock tree or the hemlock branch, it shakes the snowflakes on the head of the poet and really does a wonderful thing. He is no more sad, his mood gets uplifted and he becomes happy again. Such is the heavenly power of nature, such is the embalming power of nature. Okay, it can cure your hurt mind, it can smoothen up. It's like any sort of smoothening gel. You get hurt somewhere, injured somewhere, you apply a gel to, it soothes you. That soothing effect can be caused by nature. And Frost so wonderfully upholds this with the use of various symbols and signs. Now, when we are talking of symbols and signs, let us take 2 main objects that have been projected in this poem. One is a crow and the second is a hemlock tree. Now, my dear children, one thing you understand, that crow is a bird which we see all around us always as a common bird, and it's really uh, taken up as an object of poetry, as a subject of poetry rather. But Frost brings in a crow instead of bringing in a nightingale or a cuckoo or any other songbird or any other beautiful looking bird. He brings in the reference of crow. Why a crow? Because at once we get something dark, an image of something dark, something grey, and if I'm allowed to say it, maybe something repulsive as well. But strikingly, this dull, grey looking crow brings joy in the heart of the poet. This is amazing. And the second object, now I come to it, is a hemlock tree. A hemlock tree is a poisonous plant. It has small white flowers, but it's ultimately a poisonous plant. And the snow, the dust of snow, showers from that hemlock tree, from a poisonous tree. So it's kind of, as if the poisonous tree showering flakes of snow on the poisoned mind of the poet heals him of all his gloom, all his despair, all his remorseness. So these two negative objects, usually taken as negative, crow and hemlock tree, creates a positivity in the poet. So the crow acts as a catalyst. What is a catalyst? It's a chemistry term that I'm using. A catalyst is something which enhances, regulates the reaction in a chemical process. So the crow acts like a catalyst. See, the hemlock tree was always there, and even the snow was always there. But if the crow had not come, this wonderful act of flakes dropping on the heads of the poet would not have happened. So the crow is a harbinger of joy. It's a catalyst of joy, which comes and kind of, transforms the joy to the poet. And then, as soon as his mood is changed, he feels so hilarious. He actually admits that if the crow had not come, if this dust of snow had not fallen on his head, then he would have spent the rest of the day in regret and in remorse. So this action has saved some part of a day I had lived. He had already spent a part of the day in regret. Now the rest of the day is at least saved by this. So he feels better now. He feels joyful now. He is having an uplifted mood. So long he was sad and remorseful. Even if you notice at the title of the poem, Dust of Snow, dust usually is associated with dirt. But here the poet uses it as a metaphor. Dust of snow, not dust of dirty particles, but dust of snow. So again, a negative thing amalgamated with a positive thing, that is dust with snow. All right. So this metaphor also is, kind of weaved into the poem. Okay. It's the title actually justifies the thematic value of the poem. Okay. So I'll be taking some more detailed class on Dust of Snow, which will include the poetic devices and the question answers probable in the next session. Please go through the poem and be ready for the next session. Thank you.